Hello everyone and welcome back to Brink of Speed. Thank you for hitting that play button today. Today I want to talk to you guys about, obviously the name of this video, the 10 reasons not to buy a new mid-engine Corvette. However, as far as that title goes, I titled this video that because there are quite a few people saying reasons not to buy the car, but I want to talk about those and then other things that people are commenting about as far as the mid-engine goes. So let's get started. First of all, before we jump into this video, I want to talk about my subscribers and the Brink of Speed community. And I just want to tell you guys how thankful I am for everyone that has supported this channel, commented on this, liked all the likes that you guys have given me. You guys are just amazing. But on top of that, I went in a matter of about 3 weeks from less than 200 subscribers all the way up to 1,200 plus subscribers. And I want to tell you guys, there's a couple of reasons why I believe that has happened. One of them I know is because of the couple of C8 Mid Engine videos that I put out there, plus a couple other videos where I know I gained quite a few subscribers from, and that's amazing. However, I also want to let you guys know that Mike from Street Speed 717 also has helped out in that area big time, because he was willing to go ahead and give me a shout out on his video just last week. And so that has helped tremendously also. And I want to thank him for that support and for his willingness to help a small YouTuber out, which I already know he's totally willing to help many YouTubers in that way. So it's not something out of the ordinary for Mike to do, because he's a great guy. Moving on, I'd like to talk about Corvettes of Carlisle and how much that event also helped my channel, because it definitely did. It was a tremendous help to the channel. I was able to meet a lot of new people, hand out a lot of cards to new people, which obviously, helped them make the decision to probably subscribe to the channel and become part of the community. And I also got to meet a lot of YouTubers there, which was really awesome. I made friends with many of them, but my favorite part of the whole thing was actually meeting my subscribers and the Brink of Speed community. It was absolutely amazing. It was very humbling for people to come up to me and tell me they knew who I was, they had seen my content, they loved it, they subscribed, and that was just amazing. I've never had that before in my life, so that was really neat. Also, I want to thank everyone who watched my Price is Right video. I loved doing that video. I loved the thumbnail for that video. Everything just came together right. And guys, I want to let you know, this video is amazing. It's hit over 72,000 views now. So it is killing it. And it's all because of you guys hitting that thumbs up button, commenting, and sharing this video all over the place, because it is being shared. So thank you so much. I've gotten quite a few different types of comments on this video, and I want to talk about the different types. And so one of the reasons why I'm making this video now is to help you guys understand all the reasons why people are saying you should or shouldn't buy the new mid-engine C8, and all of the things that they're saying that are going to be new with this car, what their opinion is of whether it is truly a new Corvette or if it's something else. There's many things that are being said, so I want to go ahead and get into those and then give you my opinion on each of those statements. So let's go ahead and jump into it. One of my favorite things that people are commenting on this video is that there isn't enough room in the front trunk, which people call that a frunk, to store a hard or soft top. And they're also saying that it's not going to be enough room to really have much in there at all. One of the favorite things for Corvette owners to bring with them is their golf clubs. And they're saying that the frunk is not going to even fit a set of golf clubs, let alone a hard top or a soft top. So let me just tell you my opinion about that. For one thing, a soft top doesn't go in the front anyway. It's going to recess into the back, and they'll figure out a way to do it just like they have with Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches, all of the above cars that have rear or mid-engine in their cars. As far as the hard top, I would assume that they would easily be able to figure that situation out also. They're not going to make this front trunk super small. I don't think it's going to look anything like, for example, a Porsche 911 trunk. I think it's going to be very accessible for pretty large items, and so I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. I don't know where people are getting that from. I totally believe that you'll be able to store quite a bit of stuff in there. Another thing that people are saying is GM will mess this car up for sure. Now, I'm not sure why they're saying that. I know that, GM doesn't always make the best product, but when you look at the C7 and you can, compare it to all the rest of the Corvette generations, the C7 is absolutely fantastic. So I'm not sure why they would say that. Anyway, I don't see why the C8 wouldn't even be better or at least the same as a C7. There's people out there saying it looks too much like a Ferrari. They're saying the Lykan Hypersport. They're saying the NSX. They're saying, many other cars out there that this car looks like. I don't know why you're even saying that, because this is a rendition or a render of what people believe it might look like. This is not something that GM or Chevy has come out and said this is exactly what this car is going to look like. So until you see exactly what GM has come up with, I wouldn't prejudge anything and say that it's going to look like one car or another. So another comment that people are saying is that it's going to cost $75,000, $85,000, $100,000, even all the way up to like $150,000. So I'm going to address that. I think that they could be correct about the 75 to 85K, just depending on how GM does this. I think that GM would make a mistake by doing that. But as far as the 100,000 and above, there's no way, if it is truly a Corvette mid-engine car, that it's going to cost $100,000 for a base model. There's just no way. Another comment is it will have too much oversteer. I'm not sure why you would say that, because a front-engine rear-wheel drive car is going to have more oversteer than a rear-engine rear-wheel drive car, and it's very simple to explain. A front-engine car with rear-wheel drive has no weight in the rear, so the rear is going to come around quick on that car. A mid-engine rear-wheel drive car has way more weight in the back because the engine is sitting close to the rear tires, so it's harder for that rear end to come around. Obviously, it can still come around, but it's got more weight pushing down on those rear tires. So that is not going to be true. GM will turn Corvette into its own brand. This is interesting. I don't see this happening for a number of reasons, but GM, again, does not make a low production car. They never have. I don't think they ever will. So, I mean, they, in a sense, they have because of the ZR1, but even the ZR1, they made thousands of. So I don't believe that you're going to see GM make a low production base model mid-engine car. So they're not going to create a Corvette as its own brand. Another one that I think is probably not my favorite, but one of my favorites, is it's not going to be a Corvette. It will be a Cadillac. So I did some research on that, and I don't believe that it's going to be a Cadillac. However, there are a lot of valid points made as to why this could be a Cadillac. So obviously, leave a comment below if you believe that this is true. But they say things like, if you look at the history of the different generations of Corvette, GM does not produce a new Corvette every 3 or 4 years or even 5 years. It's usually 7 to 8 years. And if they were to produce a C8 Mid Engine Corvette in 2019, that would mean it had only gone 5 years. So that's one of the biggest reasons they say that there's no way that GM is producing a mid-engine Corvette, because it would actually make them lose quite a bit of money, which is something that I've said in the past too. The second compelling reason is Cadillac is also in the middle of a brand repositioning, and apparently GM is throwing money at this effort. So I hope you guys like the thumbnail of the Trojan horse and the Cadillac mid-engine, because the mid-engine Cadillac could even act as a Trojan horse. If all the rumors are correct about the current small block engine that people are saying is going to be put in this new mid-engine Corvette, they could launch this high-powered overhead cam V8 in the Cadillac, and after a few years, the Corvette fans will be begging for an engine swap instead of demanding more push rods. So it could be a smart move on Cadillac's part. However, I don't think that's what's going on. Now, my absolute favorite comment of all is Street Speed 717 has already ordered one, and it was $180K. Now, this one is very interesting. I've talked to quite a few people with GM and Chevy, and they absolutely state that you cannot pre-order a C8, period. But they don't know when it's coming out yet. They figure it's probably going to come out the beginning of next year, but they don't know for sure. And so for someone to make this statement that, Street Speed 717 has already pre-ordered this car, it just doesn't make any sense. And he also stated that Mike had put this on one of his vlogs. Now, let me just say what I feel about that. I feel like if GM did let Mike order this car or pre-order this car and put down a deposit, that they would keep him very hush-hush about it and make him sign a contract that he wasn't allowed to talk about this to the public, because then it would release whatever they're trying to keep secret. So I don't feel like that is the case at all. Now, moving on, I'd like to show you guys some of these comments from my actual screen here. So I'm going to go to YouTube and just start showing you guys some of these comments. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on YouTube, and here are the comment section. Here is the comment section, I should say. So if you guys can start reading these, I'll just kind of scroll through them slowly so that you guys can even pause this and read these as you go. But as you saw at the top, I'm going to go back to the top real quick. There are 567 comments on this video. And this video got a lot of attention. Let's see if I can find one here. Okay, here's a good one I really like. Let's go ahead and highlight this. So he says you need to take into account that $38,000 MSRP for the C5 in 1997 is equivalent to $59,000 in 2017 dollars. So that was quite a jump, and in fact, the Corvette's price really hasn't gone up that much if you factor in inflation, which you need to for any historical pricing analysis. With that said, it will be anyone's guess how they will price the mid-engine C8. But low to mid-60s does seem reasonable for a low-end starting price point. So I really like those type of comments. He's not saying that I'm, completely wrong, which there's, you got people up here like this, no, sorry, way off. This guy was still really nice. Then you got people like, where is it? Man 63, are you nuts? And that's fine. I don't get offended by these at all. However, I like it when people comment and they actually use, logic and reasoning, and they don't put you down, and they actually give you good information. And that's good information. There's a lot of comments in here, and I actually encourage you all to go and read some of these comments. I obviously can't put all of these in this video because it would take too long to go through them all. But I encourage each and every one of you to go and look at some of these comments. Like I said, there's great information in here, and it's well worth your time to go check them out. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I really hugely appreciate all the support from my Brink of Speed community. Thanks again for liking all of my videos, commenting on the videos, and being there to give me great feedback on all of the videos. With that being said, make sure and hit that thumbs up button if you love this video, and share it all over social media. Make sure and hit the subscribe button and the little bell button right next to it to join the Brink of Speed community. And that's it. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope to see you out on the road.